While most of us are joyfully getting ready for Christmas and New Year's, the holidays are anything but merry for some. Addiction experts agree that the pandemic, coupled with the loneliness of the holidays, can derail those in recovery. Our Betsy Singer recently spoke with local men and women who are not only experiencing the gift of sobriety right now, but maintain their recovery during this difficult year. Tonight we hear Dave's story.
Dave, we are not using last names, so we are just going by a first name basis. What was your drug of choice when you quit?
Methamphetamines.
Wow. Tell me a little bit about your road. What did you start with, and how many years ago was that?
I started using at the age of 6, marijuana. I started drinking probably around the age of 13. At that time, I was 18 was the drinking age. So it was pretty much on the weekends with that. But marijuana was a day-to-day thing from the age of about 13 on.
How? Dave, I gotta ask you, this is the first time I've ever heard this, and I've done a ton of these interviews. How did you get your hands on, at the age of 6, pot, and how did an adult help you?
I have older brothers that helped me. School patrol guys, I would steal Benson and heavy cigarettes from my mother. We had to walk through the woods to get to school, and these kids smoked. And that was a way to get popular with the guys, was to smoke cigarettes in the woods. And one of the older kids would bring marijuana. And if I would smoke it, I couldn't tell.
I see.
So that was brought up that way.
So you had a lifetime of addiction. When was the last time you used anything?
Last time I used was March 23rd, 2019.
Dave, this has been an incredibly difficult year for most people. A lot of people without addiction issues have had a really awful year. How has this pandemic, how have you been able to stay clean through it?
I don't talk to any of the people I used to use with. I keep myself really busy on a sober social network. I reach out to the people that are in recovery. My whole life has changed. I live and sleep recovery.
How is getting ready for the holidays and this time of year can be really hard on addicts, especially. How is it now? I mean, being sober, you must have some family members that are pretty thankful.
My family don't talk to me. I don't talk to them. My family doesn't talk to me. I only talk to one person, my sister and my family.
Okay.
So it's a depressing time of year, you see a lot of people falling off. I was starting to get a little depressed because I think of my family. And I decided that I'm just going to go and I'm going to get a Christmas tree. And I do everything I can just to try to keep my mind away from it. I make a list of things that take 10 minutes. If I start to think of using, I look at my list of things that take me about 10 minutes and I do one of the things. And that occupies my mind long enough to get over the urge.
How is life for you now? Is it something that, do you have things to look forward to?
I just live day to day. I really don't know anymore what my future is going to bring, but I just try to do the best I can today to make it better tomorrow. I can't live on what's happened. I got a pretty bad history, a lot of people. All I know is if I do the right choices today, things will be better tomorrow.
I know that people in recovery have a hard time. It's hard for families to forgive the addict, but it's often that addicts have a hard time forgiving themselves. How are you doing with that?
I'm working on that. That's probably the long-term thing. I know I used to shave in the shower. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. Now today, I can look at myself in the mirror. I do a lot of things for other people. Back, what I've done to the community. I feel that is really important. The more I do for other people, the better I feel, really reaching out to the people in recovery.
It's
People-
not just a cliche. Helping other people helps you feel better. Dave, you didn't have to do this interview. I really appreciate it, and I hope other people find encouragement out of your sobriety.